Hey, this is Emily at Inflatable Kayaks, and this is the glorious AdvancedFrame Sport Elite kayak, my favorite kayak of all time. I feel like a terrible parent having a favorite child. I should love them all equally, but I don't. I really love this kayak. I've loved it for ages, and it's extremely popular. It's not just me that loves it, and it's because it ticks so many boxes for so many people. And we're going to talk about that. The first tick being look at it go. It is such a pleasure to paddle, right? Just so cruisy and calm and easy to paddle. I absolutely love the experience of it on the water. It's also 12 kilograms. I can easily carry it. This is huge for me. Like, I'm not a big person. I want independence with my paddling, and so do a lot of our customers. They want to be able to go out by themselves. It's also a sit-in kayak. So there aren't that many really good high-performance sit-in inflatable kayaks on the market, but this one's nice. The sit-in basically means that when water's landing on the deck here and splashing up around, it's rolling off. I put a towel in the front, I sit in with my bum and swing my wet feet onto the towel, so I'm not bringing a whole lot of water in. And any paddle drips just sort of land on the towel, and I'm toasty all through the winter. So it really extends your season, and it extends the conditions in which you can go paddling. Very, very stable. So totally suitable for beginners, suitable for taking kids, taking dogs, going fishing, and a lot of this is courtesy of that wide open cockpit. Nice and easy to get in and out of as well. I love the seat. I love the seat. I love the lumbar cushion. I love the angle of support. They've got actually aluminium rods in here too, so you get like a lever support instead of a curve around. I don't know how to explain it, but my lumbar loves this seat. And I love the padding. It's actually like 5 centimeters of padding in it. We're going to talk about why that's important in a bit. Set up and pack down super easy. So under 5 minutes to get it up and away, and equally the same with the pack away. We're going to talk about drying time as well. There's some misinformation on the internet about this. So you can kind of understand why I'm sitting here going, wow, super light, lightweight, easy to set up, beautiful to paddle, comfortable seat. That's a lot of boxes being ticked, right? So who is it not for? What are the limitations of this kayak? So straight up, if you need a kayak that you can put a spray skirt on, you can stop this video right now and go and check out the AdvancedFrame Elite or AdvancedFrame Expedition Elite. This cockpit is oversized, right? Great for, like I said, dogs, kids getting in and out of, but you can't put a spray skirt on. So if you need to stay really warm in winter, go look at another kayak. The other limitation is the length. So you can move the seat back to about here, but at some point, legs and feet are going to not have enough space. And that is around 6'2". I say around because it depends on your leg length. If you have very long legs and you're 6'1", you're not going to fit either. Don't worry, if you are tall, you can just go look at the AdvancedFrame Expedition Elite. And same with the weight. The Expedition Elite's got a huge weight capacity. It'll take no problems. But this kayak, we max out at around about 100 kilograms. The AdvancedFrame Elite, by the way, is 110, so you do get a little bit more weight with that one. Now, what happens above about 100? Because the official capacity is 113, but above 100, the kayak starts to kind of banana in the middle, which means that the bow and the stern shaping, the keel that we have in there, doesn't work if it's not in the water. So this keel is amazing. This is called the rib frame system, and it's in everything that's got the word advanced frame in it, in the Advanced Elements line. It basically means that there's an aluminium frame in your bow and in your stern. You don't see it, you don't touch it, you don't install it, but it's in there, and what you get is this beautiful hard bow in the water, and you can see it's peeling away the water, it's cutting through. It helps you track straight. So for a short, fat kayak, this kayak only moves marginally as you paddle. They call that the yaw. I call it the waggle. And in wind, it's amazing in wind. It's got a low profile. I'm going to show you another picture that really demonstrates that in a minute. So beautiful performance, right? What is the AdvancedFrame Sport Elite kayak? Because if you actually go to Advanced Elements, it's not in their catalog. It's not on their website. They have the AdvancedFrame Sport kayak, which is what this is, but it comes with a soft floor. It's like a little lilo, and it comes with a flat bottomed seat with no lumbar support. Really nice kayak. But the performance on the water is not as good. And what we found is that when we would package it up with this beautiful lumbar seat with the raised pump pad and the drop stitch floor, customers were buying it in droves, right? This package that we used to just just walking out the door, as they say. Now, what's a drop stitch for? Drop stitch is a high pressure chamber. It's stitched top to bottom all the way through. It's what they make stand-up paddleboards out of. So when you take out a really soft floor and put in a hard floor, wow, does the performance increase, right? Faster, straighter, way more rigid, and you get more capacity. So the regular sport, we say nobody above 80 kilograms in this, whereas this one we can say, okay, let's talk up to 100. Now, the other difference that it makes is this drop stitch floor kind of lifts you, gets you higher than in the sport. And then we've got a foam seat on top. So you're sitting much higher in the kayak. And see how I can tilt forward and engage my whole body and kind of rotate through the core. I'm not really trying that hard here, but you can. It's much harder to do that in the sport because you kind of got your elbows up higher. You are sitting lower in it, and you've got more drag because of the bump where you are. Look at it in the wind. Like, see how I'm not getting turned? Like, every kayak's going to get slowed down by wind. What we don't want is to be turned constantly and be correcting always on the other side. Drives me insane. But the low profile, you can see how there's not that much kayak above the waterline. It's just magnificent. This is the waggle footage that we get. So you can see it moves slightly as I paddle, but it's beautifully pleasurable. Like, it's just such a lovely kayak to paddle thanks to that design. The kayaks are even better than we expected. They are stable and track well, even in strong winds as well. This is Sydney Harbour. This is what this kayak is capable of. It doesn't look like much, but it is very, very impressive kayak. Now, I wanted to mention about the pack away. So setup's easy. Setup, you just inflate, clip in your seat. You have to change adapters a couple of times, but it's a doddle. I still recommend electric pump. I always do because it just makes life quicker and easier. But what you'll notice with the pack away is that I started by wiping it down. If we jump back to here, I've got my life jacket on and see this cloth. I'm using a bit of fresh water to wipe this down because I was in salt water. You don't actually, strictly speaking, have to do that. But what I have to do then, I'll walk off at some point and then come back mysteriously with no life jacket on. What I've done is let it dry. Now, on the internet, they're like, oh, these kayaks get so wet and they take hours and hours to dry. No, they do not. If you are doing it right, you shouldn't be getting any water in your kayak. You put the towel in, you bring wet feet onto the towel, and the paddle drips go onto the towel, and you don't get tons of water. And if you're getting lots of water in, call me because something is going wrong, right? And so if you're not getting water inside, it is just the deck. The deck is waterproof. It's lined. And it has water repellent on it, so a lot of the water beads and just rolls off. You do need to reapply the water repellent every year or so, by the way. So you wipe it down, let it dry, 10, 20 minutes. Now, if you don't have 10, 20 minutes right at the time, bring it home. So shove it in the car, bring it home, open it up. You don't need to reinflate it and let it dry. It's not, to me, it's not a big deal. And it would never stop me taking out this kayak because PVC kayaks, like we sell the whole range of kayaks. PVC kayaks require quite a lot of wiping down and getting into crevices. You get water trapped in places with those ones. I love them. They're still great, right? But you don't get anything trapped in this kayak. Even if you do get water inside, all you do is take the floor out, wipe the inside and prop it open. Just let it dry. You don't have to do a lot of work. So just wanted to clear that myth up. Super quick to inflate, light enough for me to pick up and carry to the water with one hand. This is the biggest thing about this kayak. I think it's not just me and my quest for independence in paddling and my ability to go out and relax on my own. We have seen so many customers do the same thing. So many customers that could never get a hardshell kayak, even pick it up, let alone get it on reef racks. And it's just opened up a whole world to them. All right, now into the nitty-gritty. A lot of customers ask the difference between the AdvancedFrame Sport Elite and the AdvancedFrame Elite. The first difference is the weight. As you can see, the AdvancedFrame Elite is slightly heavier, even though it's the same length, same width, and very similar design. Part of that is because it has more deck and it's got this inflatable coaming that you can put a spray skirt on, as we discussed. So that's the key difference. If you need to put a spray skirt on, you have to suck up the extra 1.5 kilograms and go with the AdvancedFrame Elite. Bear in mind with the AdvancedFrame Elite, you can still open it up. So you can unzip and everything, get in, take dogs, etc. In terms of the structure, they are very similar. They both have the ripstop polyester deck that's lined, so it's waterproof. They both have the PVC tarpaulin hull, so this is this triple layer. They both have the multi-layer construction. So you've got the outer shell of the kayak, then you've got the inner tube cover, and then you've got the inner tube. So you can see why we don't see punctures with this kayak. The golden rule with this kayak to prevent any damage is if you're getting out of the water and you're not packing up straight away, let some pressure off and don't leave it in full sun. That's because the inner tube the pressure can escalate in the inner tube with heat, basically, and you can do a bit of damage to your inner tube. But for something to go through as a puncture, it needs to go through this triple layer, including the ripstop polyester. Like, you'll get cosmetic scratches on your outside, especially if you're having a good time and doing some adventurous stuff. but it doesn't really go through that second layer. So it'd have to go through all 3 layers of that. Then it would have to go through the ripstop polyester inner tube, and then it would have to go through the inner tube itself. It just doesn't happen. They both have the drop stitch floor for that rigidity and that nice high position, and they both have the beautiful seat. So really similar kayaks, but the inner tube is slightly different. On the AdvancedFrame Elite, there's actually 2 chambers on the inner tube, and on the AdvancedFrame Sport, there's 1 chamber, and this affects the capacity for engineering reasons that I don't understand. So you do have a bigger capacity also in the AdvancedFrame Elite. But otherwise, very similar. The key difference is that ability to put on a spray skirt. Now, AdvancedFrame Ultralight versus AdvancedFrame Sport Elite. A lot of people see this and go, do you know what? These kayaks look the same. They really do. They really do look the same. The seat's slightly further back in this one, but they have almost exactly the same dimensions. You can see straight up that the Ultralight's 4 kilograms less than the Sport Elite. Like, it's significant. And you know that I'm always banging on about getting into the lightest kayak that still meets your needs. So why do I still push people towards the Sport Elite? The truth is, it's a better kayak. If you can handle 12 kilograms, it's a better kayak on the water for your paddling experience. We sell the ultralight because for a bunch of people, 8 kilograms means they can get out on the water, 12 kilograms they can't. They physically couldn't lift it. And I just want people on water, right? I think there's something really healing and beautiful and wonderful about being out on the water and connecting with nature. So even if you're just going out for half an hour and not paddling that far, I don't really care. Let's get you out on the water. Let's have a look at why. So they look very similar, but internally they are very, very different. I won't go through all the details, but essentially you don't get the same rigidity out of the AdvancedFrame Ultralight. You see that bows out of the water and you sit much lower. See how Jacob is sitting low. He's got elbows down in this kayak. You can put the drop stitch floor into the ultralight. A lot of people ask me this. However, you have almost no foot space. This is a shorter kayak internally, if that makes sense. It doesn't have the space vertically to allow for drop stitch floor and feet. And although it does improve the speed and the rigidity and you sit a little higher, it's still a little waggly. Now, it's no slouch. Like, this is the ultralight. It's no slouch. It's nice to paddle. But if I'm going out for more than an hour, I'm definitely taking the Sport Elite. I also find the Sport Elite slightly easier to set up than the Ultralight, so there's a few reasons there. Now, just a heads up, when we first got going with the AdvancedFrame Sport Elite, it came in a bag with backpack straps. We found a lot of people weren't using those, so we've cut back on the cost and the weight, and now you get basically the AdvancedFrame Sport Kayak in its original bag, which does not have the backpack straps. If you're upset about that, don't stress. We have bags with backpack straps that we can happily sell you. We also used to package it up with a foot brace. And again, we found a lot of people were choosing not to use that. So we've made it an optional extra that you can add onto your cart if you want it. And again, we're not wasting the cost and the weight there. Now, when you get your Sport, you just pull out the floor that's in there and put in the drop stitch floor that you will be shipped with the kayak. You can use it as a lilo or chuck it out, whatever you want to do with that floor. And you want to use the lumbar seat that's going to be sent separately instead of the one that comes with the kayak. You can keep that seat as a spare, up to you. And that's it. Love it. Love this kayak. Like I said, lightweight, quick and easy to set up. Really comfy seat for hours and hours. But most importantly, just so good to paddle, and it keeps you mostly dry. Love it. Huge fan. If you have any further questions about the AdvancedFrame Sport Elite, don't hesitate to get in touch. This is Emily at AdvancedFrame Sport Elite.